Hello viewers, I am uploading the videos of solutions of past year papers of UPSC Mathematics Optional CS Main and content also, that is syllabus of UPSC Mathematics Optional paper. And in this video I am discussing solution of CS Main 2015 paper 2 Mathematics, question number 3C of operations research, and this question is from section A. This question is about degenerate basic feasible solution and non-degenerate basic feasible solution, and this question is about basic feasible solutions, and we have to find out optimal solution without solving the problem. So I am reading out the problem to understand what is it. Basically it is a linear programming problem. So consider the following linear programming problem. Maximize z is equal to x1 plus 2x2 minus 3x1 plus 4x4, subject to there are two constraints, x1 plus x2 plus 2x3 plus 3x4 is equal to 12 and x2 plus 2x3 plus x4 is equal to 8. x1, x2, x3, x4 are greater than equal to 0. Here we can see that there are four variables in objective function and in equations also, but there are two equations only. It means there are two independent variables and two dependent variables out of these four, x1, x2, x3 and x4. So question says, using the definition find its all basic solutions. Which of these are degenerate basic feasible solutions and which are non-degenerate basic feasible solution? So 2 points are there. All basic feasible solutions we have to find out, and out of those basic feasible solutions we have to find out degenerate basic feasible solutions and non-degenerate basic feasible solutions. And second is, without solving the problem, show that it has an optimal solution. Which of the basic feasible solutions is R, means there may be one basic feasible solution and there may be more than one are optimal. So these points we have to cover in this question. So what will I do, that I will write down first expression or definition of basic feasible solutions, degenerate and non-degenerate, and again after solving also I will define again degenerate and non-degenerate basic feasible solutions. We write down the constraints, given two constraints in the matrix form where Ax is equal to b. X is a vector which is having four elements, x1, x2, x3, x4. A is the coefficient matrix. A is containing coefficients of the two constraints, and B is right hand side. So right hand side is 12 and 8, and A is m by n matrix. M is number of rows, so there are 2 rows, so m is equal to 2. N is number of columns, so there are 4 columns, n is equal to 4. Maximum number of basic feasible solutions are NCR formula we use here, so NCM. M is 2, n is 4, so factorial 4 upon factorial m into n minus m factorial. So 2 factorial into 4 minus 2, that is 2 factorial, and we know factorial, we can solve it, it comes 6. So there are 6 basic feasible solutions. So a feasible solution, now we see the definitions of basic feasible, degenerate and non-degenerate. Here later on once again we will see the definition. A feasible solution which contains more than m is equal to 2 positive variables is not a basic feasible solutions. So only 2 non-zero will be there, so that will be the basic feasible solution, 2 non-zero values, because m is equal to 2. If any of the basic variable vanishes, the solution is called degenerate basic solution. Means if it is inconsistent or it is negative, so we are saying that vanishes. So we say that if any of basic variable vanishes, the solution is called degenerate solutions. Means if there are two variables which are non-zero, and rest of two either we cannot find out because it is inconsistent, or negative we will call it degenerate. On the other hand, if none of the basic variable, the solution is called non-degenerate basic solution. So where we have two, in this case we take m is equal to 2, means we will have two zero and two non-zero variables, then that will be non-degenerate basic solution. But when we talk about simplex method, where we draw a table and we try to find out entering variable and leaving variable, in that case also how we decide that this is basic feasible or non-degenerate or degenerate, that definition we will discuss in next slide. So here we are taking a non-degenerate basic solution contains only m non-zero, m is here 2, and n minus m, that is number of columns minus number of rows, 0 variable. So we have basic variables because only two basic variables will be there. So it means we are taking two non-zero and two zero. So basic variables are non-zero variables. So x1, x2 are non-zero, x3, x4 are 0, that is non-basic. Basic variables are x1, x3. Then we have non-basic x2, x4. Basic variables are x1, x4. Then non-basic are x2, x3. So we take two variables here. Rest of two will be non-basic variables. This we have done. And according to that we can take the constraints determinant. So there are 4 columns in the constraints and 2 rows. So we will write down the coefficients of x1, x2 in the first case, and x3, x4 are 0. So we will take only 2 columns, and columns of x3, x4 are 0. We calculate it is coming non-zero. Similarly we see that x1, x3 case, so we take here in B. So this is basic variables, so they are non-zero. If they are non-zero, they are basic solutions. So a1, 0, 3, 2, they are not equal to 0. So we have seen they are not equal to 0. So they are basic feasible solutions. Now whether they are degenerate or non-degenerate, that we will see in next slide. Now we take first constraint, and first constraint gives us x1 plus x2 is equal to 12. We have kept x3 and x4 as 0 in the first constraint, and in the second constraint if we put x2 as non-zero and x3, x4 as 0, we get x2 is 8. So once we get x2 is 8, then we write value of x2 in this equation and we get x1 as 4. So we got two variables which are non-zero, 4 and 8, x1, x2, and x3, x4 are 0. So this is the solution which we got for first case. Second case is we have written x2 and x4 0, and we got x1 plus 2 x3 is equal to 12, and in the second case we got 2 x3 is equal to 8, so x3 is equal to 4, we get x1 is equal to 4. So 4 0 4 0, we got this solution. Now in this case, in third case, when we put x2 x3 0, then we get first constraint as x1 plus 3x4 is equal to 12. It gives us second equation. When we take in that we put x2 x3 0, we get x4 as 8, and from first equation here we get x1 as minus 12. When we put in this equation x4 as 8, so this gives us x1 is equal to 12 minus 24. 12 minus 24 gives you minus 12. So we got the solution minus 12, 0, because x2 is 0, x3 is 0, and x4 is 8. So we have written 8. Similarly we can find all these by taking, here we have put x1 x4 0, here we have kept x1 x3 0, here we have kept x1 x2 0. When we kept this, and in second constraint also we have substituted these values, we got this. So in this, in fourth we got it is inconsistent. Why is it so? Because we see here x2 plus 2x3 is equal to 12, and again the left hand side is same, x2 plus 2x3 is equal to 8. So same term on left hand side is equal to different values on right hand side, 12 and 8. So this is not consistent equation, these equations are not consistent. So we, though we have kept value of x1 as 0, value of x4 is 0, but we are not able to find the values of x2 and x3. In so here in next one we got the values 0 0 6 2 and here 0 0 3 2. Once we did all 6 cases, we see that first, second, then this is degenerate case, this one minus 12 is coming, this is degenerate case, we are not able to calculate x2 x3, and this. So non degenerate are this one, this one, this one, that is fifth and sixth. Third and fourth are degenerate cases. So we got the degenerate and non degenerated cases. So now we have to find out optimal solution without solving it with the help of these feasible solutions. So we see that first and fifth, we substitute the values of x1, x2, x3, x4 in the objective function here. So when we put first case, we put x1 as 4, x2 as 8, x3 as 0, x4 as 0 in this objective function, and we see this comes 20. Similarly, we try to find out with the help of second, with the help of fifth, with the help of sixth, and we see first and fifth are giving us the value 20, and these two will be, second and sixth will be giving less than 20. So this is our maximum solution. So we got the solution. This was sufficient, but when we solve with the help of simplex method, we have to know that definition also for degeneracy, and let's see what is that. So it says that degeneracy in linear programming problem is said to occur when a basic feasible solution contains a smaller number of non-zero variables than the number of independent constraints. So we have seen in the given question there are two variables which are independent and two variables are dependent. So if it is less than 2, when we try to find out basic feasible solution, and if the number of two variables is not non-zero, means it is one variable which is having non-zero, then it will be a degeneracy case. And when values of some basic variables are 0, and the ratio, when we try to find out leaving variable, which one is the leaving variable, we try to find out ratio, and if the ratio is coming same, then the tie is occurring, that time also we say it is a degeneracy case. So that is what, that time we choose an arbitrary ratio because both of them are same, and this is the way we find out the degeneracy in the case of simplex method. Thank you.